These Ontario asparagus are available from early May until late June. And one of the things that blows me away about asparagus is that in ideal growing conditions, they can grow almost 10 inches in a 24-hour period. They're powerful, healthy, good for you, and they're easy to cook. You can grill them, you can bake them, you can steam them. And in this case, I'm gonna make an asparagus and aged cheddar tart. I wanna show you how simple it is to get incredible results. I didn't want you to miss one key thing, and that's how to handle this short crust. Now, the short crust is just as simple as putting together the dry ingredients and then using a food processor, working together the fats and a little bit of ice water. It's critical to make sure that the butter and the shortening are frozen when you're using it. And then look at the beautiful results that you get. You see, I've pressed this into a disc, refrigerated it for 30 minutes so that the dough will rest, make it really easy to handle. Just a little bit of flour on the countertop so I can work with it. This is a great thing to get the kids involved with. They just love it. And turn the dough out, a little bit more on top, and flour my rolling pin. I'm gonna be using this oval baking dish, so it makes my job really easy. I'm just gonna roll this into a nice oval, getting the exact thickness. I wanna work it to about 1/4 inch thickness. I don't want it too thick. It becomes kind of doughy. With the dough rolled out, I'm gonna gently use the rolling pin to roll it up so I can control it. You see how easy that is? And putting my baking dish in place, I'll roll it back out, allowing me to handle it effortlessly. Look how beautiful that looks. Using cast iron, I'm not going to have to flour and butter the dish to make sure it doesn't stick. There's no chance of this sticking. Now for me, I'm gonna leave most of this crust on. I might tear a few pieces off, but I want a really rustic finish. I'm just gonna make sure that I've got the sides just pushed up just a little bit. Some of those edges make nice crusty bits, especially when you're dipping it into that incredible cheesy tart. Now here's the secret. Take a fork and go around the base. And as you do, perforate the bottom and don't forget the sides. This will allow any gas, any vapor, any moisture to escape, giving me a beautifully formed pie crust. Parchment lined in the bottom, and some beads. If you don't have beads, you can just use navy beans. Fill that in the bottom. Now I've got my oven preheated for 350 degrees. I'm gonna bake that for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna remove them carefully because it'll be hot, and blind bake again for another 10 minutes until it's golden brown. While my short crust bakes, I want to prep all of the ingredients for the filling and the asparagus. The asparagus are as simple as taking off that about 25%. Remember, at the end, if I just snap the end, that tells you the woody part you want to get rid of. So what I'm going to do is jog the ends together and make a slight angled cut. That way all of the tips and the ends look really attractive when they go inside the pie. Now, all the ingredients, it's just as simple as 8 eggs. These farm fresh eggs are absolutely beautiful. 100 mils of cream, that's heavy cream or 35% whipping cream. And I've got some beautiful garlic. I'm gonna use a microplane to break this down. You can fine dice it, but the microplane does such a good job. 2 cloves of garlic. Now just simply look at that. It's perfect. Smells incredible. And I've got some of this beautiful aged cheddar. Look at that. Make sure to get some older cheddar. You want something with a little bit of texture, a little bit of flavor, a little bit of bite. And I'm just going to whisk that together. Got some fresh ground black pepper. Always fresh grind if you can. It immediately releases all of the oils that are in that pepper. And I've got some sea salt here, coarse sea salt. Making sure to season each layer, and that filling's ready to go. After 10 minutes in the oven, I've got a nice crust developing here. Now, if you don't have a cast iron pan, you can use a traditional pie dish or ceramic dish, and this is how easy it is to remove those beads. Simply pull the corners of the parchment up, set that aside and allow that to cool. Now this is going to go back into the oven for another 5 to 10 minutes until that bottom is golden brown. Out of the oven and golden brown, this is ready to go. All I have to do is add that beautiful filling. Look at that. And then the asparagus go in. I'm just simply going to drop those in and arrange them. You can see leaving them a little bit longer is going to give the tart a really great look. There'll be no mistaking what the central focus is on this tart. Little bit of lemon zest on top. Again, that lemon zest just works to brighten up the flavors, intensify, and acts a little bit like vanilla does in baking. 1 full lemon zest. No need to waste any of that. Just a bit of salt and a little bit of fresh ground pepper. Drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. Beautiful. And that is ready to go to the oven. When you say asparagus and aged cheddar tart, this is what you're always going to think of now. The asparagus is perfectly cooked on top. That light egg mixture with the cheese is rich, and this crust is nice and crisp. Sliced and take out to the table. This is perfect for a brunch, for breakfast, or any time. Enjoy Ontario asparagus.